What up? What's going on? What's going on? Hmm. I might need to switch up some shit so I can lean. All right. Share this out real quick here. Just share it up. Yes, sir. What's the deal? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. All right. I think I'm shared up everywhere I need to be. 7 games today, man. 7 games. Started to go live. Started not to go live today, but hey, here we are. Here I am. Here we are. Right. Uh. Take a look at the weather real quick here. Only small sample size here. Weather, so we look good all the way across the board for the most part. Uh, Detroit and Chicago White Sox. Warm temperatures around 80 degrees to start. Winds blowing mostly in from right at 10 miles an hour. And Minnesota Athletics. Best hitting weather of the day. Temperatures in the 80s with winds blowing out to center ish around 10 miles an hour. Right. So that's that. Um, Yesterday. Mm-hmm. All right. Hold on. Let me send out this little text message real quick. Oh, Saquon on the cover of Madden, huh? Ain't that something? Huh? That's interesting. All right. Go to my profile and let's pin this real quick. There. Okay. Yesterday. Let's see. Yesterday, we looked at Jackson yesterday, and we asked Jackson a few things. So, let's see. We asked Jackson for their top home run picks yesterday. They gave us Otani, Judge, Bell, Francisco Lindor, and Kyle Rowley and Caminero, Schwarber, right? So, and then we asked for the top bets. It was 2.5. Mets, I think they only covered the run line. 1.5. Cleveland Guardians -1. Tampa Bay Rays, Houston under 7. Lindor and Schwarber, they doubled down on Lindor and Schwarber for home runs, and Lindor smacked. So they were 50% on the double down yesterday. Most of the time, when they double down for home runs, it gets busy, right? So they did double down on that. I did want to check to see. I didn't. I don't know if Caminero went. So I'll take a look here because I didn't bet him. It doesn't look like he went because the under hit right, and then they didn't even score right. So that's what it is. Um, and Josh Bell didn't go either. I didn't bet Josh Bell. That's who I was skeptical of. I'm like, why didn't they? Why? Why? Right? And I wanted to see what the lineups was looking like yesterday before I had bet Josh Naylor. See, I wanted Josh Naylor in that fourth spot. He was in that five spot yesterday. Suarez was in that fourth spot. He went yard. So I wanted that's why it's important to see who's in these lineups or not. I actually just wanted Naylor for his hits runs on RBIs, but it is what it is. So some bright spots yesterday. Um, let's keep it moving. All right, what's up, Pat? What's going on? Today, I asked Jackson to give me the top home run plays and etc. They gave me Devers, uh, Kerry Carpenter, Christian Yelich. Got to keep an eye out on Christian Yelich to see if he's going to be in the lineup. Uh, Otani, Ellie De La Cruz, like Ellie De La Cruz today. I really do. Matt Wallner, I'm getting ready to look at that one. I'm probably going to end up liking Matt Wallner as well. Rob Refsnyder, always in play when it comes to a lefty. So we definitely can look at Rob Refsnyder. He should be in the lineup. So he's definitely going to be somebody that's going to be in play. I told him, give me your top MLB, give me your top bets today for MLB's games. They gave me Red Sox money line over the Angels. I don't know how I can't I can't put a read on these Red Sox to really save my life, but they said the over, so they like Red Sox money line and the over in that Red Sox game. Milwaukee Brewers money line at plus money versus Cincinnati. In Cincinnati, where that ballpark does produce runs, uh, under in the San Diego Padres and San Francisco game. Mm, I can see it's assist. Over 4.5 hits allowed for Max Meyer. Interesting play right there. Max Myers allowed 4.5 hits and 90% of his starts. The seeding including 1% at home. The Rockies lineup, while inconsistent, has the potential to capitalize on Myers' tendencies. Okay, the 6.5. I guess I'll have to look into that. I missed that one, right? So I missed that. Totally missed that. Mackie, what's good? What's going on? Honorable mentions: Detroit Tigers money line parlay piece. Over a hit. They want a hit for Lonzo as a parlay piece. Okay, for Lonzo, Peter Lonzo. So that's where they at with that situation there. So it is what it is. Today's games. I went through a few of these games here. Um, I mean, we only got a 7 game joint. Not my favorite games, whatever the case may be, but it is what it is, right? We got games, so we got so I'm thankful. Um, I did not. I don't know. I don't know. The first game here, so we got. Let me see. I went through one, two, so I need to look at 2.5 games. Okay, let me look at 2.5 games. A semi little what I looked at starting off here was the Miami side of things. Well, yeah, the Miami game, and of course, I'm looking at strikeouts. The first thing I to come to my mind in this Miami game, I'm looking at strikeouts, especially for Colorado. So over the course of the season, they number 2 in striking out versus left hand. I mean, right hand pitching. No, that's left hand. Meyer is a righty, and then we'll take a look at Meyer for the hits allowed as well. Max. Um, Yeah, Mackie, Ellie on fire. He one of my favorite bats. He on fire, man. Straight up, he one of my favorite bats. He locked in. So, one of my favorite bats. I'll show you the numbers. We'll get to that game. I'll show you the numbers. He looks good. Um, so hits allowed. Okay, yeah, definitely. Every game except for two. He's giving up the hits. Yeah, one here. No, he's giving up that hit in every game. Okay, okay. So this is a spot where like I said, it's a good strikeout spot for him, and you can also look at his hits allowed. You can also look at his hits allowed, right? So shout out to Jackson for that. Uh, I was looking at the strikeouts for him. Um, they'll be at home, and this is his best split, right? They'll be at home versus righties. He's got a 30% K rate at home versus lefties. I mean, at home versus lefties, he got a 30% K rate. At home versus righties, he got a 26% K rate, right? So, this is one of his best splits when it comes to strikeouts. His line probably around 6.5. Shout out to Crochet. He got to his strikeouts yesterday, but his line's about 6.5, and that's something that I'm definitely eyeing. Right, he's hit this number in one, two, three, four, 5 games this year. Um, as of late, he hasn't hit it that much, but he hasn't faced a team like this, right? So, uh, if you want to get to his strikeouts at 6.5, I couldn't talk you off of it. Like I said, looking at Colorado here versus right-hand pitching, we already know over the course of the season they're number two in striking out. Last 30 days they are number two in striking out with a 70 WRC plus. Uh, and last year, last what was it, 14 days, and number three with a 55 WRC plus. You could also flip it to on the road here, just to get them out of course. And number three in the last 2 weeks with a 34 WRC plus just don't look good, right? Over the course of the season on the road, number one with a 53 WRC plus. So you can also look at his pitching outs as well. His pitching outs, you'll get his pitching outs as a parlay piece sitting at 17 and a half, probably around a minus 170 or something like that. So that's something that you can definitely look at. The pitching outs. So I haven't put anything over here. Let me go over here to Jackson. I haven't put anything over here. And then I'll see what Jackson likes about it, if he likes anything about it. Let's go to all props. Let's go to hits. Hits, runs, RBIs, pitching outs, strikeouts. Bam. Let's pull up Max, and they will say so they like the over. Strikeouts, they like the over pitching outs. You can use it for parlay pieces, whatever the case may be my guess. So that's something you can definitely take a look at right there if you want. I couldn't talk you off of that. Okay. So I'll add that. I'll add that to the list here. Outs and or strikeouts. The spot is there. That's all we can go off of, right? The spot is there. Bats wise here for me, um, I was looking at the lefties for Miami. Those are the ones that I probably wouldn't mind getting to. If I had to get to some, I didn't single out any bat though. Tell you the truth, I didn't single out any bat. But if I was to get to a bat here, will probably be a lefty, right? So we're definitely going to have to see who's going to be in the lineup. Uh, Projected they have Hicks in there. If Hicks is in there, I'm gonna like him at least for a hit or something. Stowers, Sanchez, I'm gonna like Sanchez too. So uh It's a decent green around over the course of the season, all through here. Some parts there. But last month, Hicks, Edwards, just see who's going to be in the lineup. I got to see first. As of late, I mean, Stowers and Sanchez will strike out, but you know, uh, you know, if they're not, if they, you got Marquez, he doesn't have a super high K rate, so uh, you know, last 2 weeks Sanchez has been hitting this pitch mix pretty good. His barrel was up, Stowers' barrel is down, but just keep an eye out, right? Keep an eye out who's in the lineup. Not my favorite game at all, truth be told. But the strikeouts, I might sprinkle some on the strikeouts there. Okay, might sprinkle some on the strikeouts. We'll see. Dang man, my shit keep. Hold up, let me see something. I think that's better. I keep flying out the damn screen. All right, so next game here we'll talk about would be the okay, the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers, right? So what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to keep an eye out for the Christian Yelich news here. Don't think he's in a projected lineup. Might be. He is in a projected lineup, but I think he did leave the game. So that's something we need to, keep an eye out on, right? So, Aaron Savali, Brady Singer. And then we got this ballpark. So this ballpark produces runs. They definitely do. Um, that's one thing you gotta deal with, the ballpark. So that's one of the times I do like to back. I do like to back this team here, especially the lefties. So this is the last 2 weeks versus pitch mix for Aaron Savali. Ellie Cruz has been on fire. He got an 8% K rate, 11 for 22, batting 500, 682 ISO, 100 exit velo. He's been getting busy, right? So I definitely like Ellie De La Cruz here. Mostly, for the most part, every time he touched the ball, he hit the ball has been, pretty much green, right? When it comes to exit velo, things of that nature. So I really like Ellie De La Cruz here. Um, TJ Friedel, Gavin Lux, these guys. TJ Friedel's batting 500 last 2 weeks. Gavin Lux, small sample size, but he's been hitting as well. So couldn't talk you off any of those guys at least for a hit or something like that. Now Will Benson, he's somebody that I do look at home. So you could probably see Will Benson pop out today. I like the spot that he's in, so I'll just put him over there because I like the spot. But let me see. Ellie. So he's batting 315 at home versus righties. In general, in total, he has 12 home runs. Five of those home runs come at home versus righties. Um, mhm. Month of May, he's batting 220, but he does have 6 bombs. So that's something that you could look at there. And his best split is at home versus righties with the 166 WSC plus. So I definitely like Ellie De La Cruz there. Um, and there it is. You're gonna want whenever you want Benson, you're gonna want him at home versus righties, right? He's not even gonna sniff the lineup versus lefties. So this is where you want him at. 5 bombs, two betting 296 at home versus righties. Got batting 400, All five of his bombs came at home versus righties. This is where you want him at. This is where it's the best split is going to be at home versus righties. WRC plus 300. You got to take Benson into consideration, right? So Benson, Friedel, Lux, Will Dela Cruz, those lefties, even Jake Fraley, you can consider him as well. I mean, just gotta see who's going to be in the lineup. There's a couple righties, but I'm more focused on the lefties here. I ain't even gonna lie. And just because, like I said, this I whenever, whenever Cincinnati's at home, I'm versus a righty. I'm thinking about Will Benson. Yeah. I mean, it's been like this even last year. We already know this, right? So definitely, I mean, I can see you coming in here sprinkling a little something on the home run for Benson and Cruz if you want to. The weather's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Brady Singer. Um, Brady Singer. He been good at home, right? He been okay at home. Uh, I don't know what to make of that. Do I trust him in this ballpark? I don't trust a pitcher in this ballpark. I don't. Right? Let's just get this shit out the way. I always got some against pitching in these ballparks where you can get hit at. But it is what it is. He's given up 3 runs to Cleveland in this ballpark with a bomb. Uh, and then that's just, I mean, he gave a bomb to St. Louis. He gave up 1 earned run. Seattle, he gave up a bomb. That was 3 earned runs. Pittsburgh, he gave up a bomb, 3 earned runs. He's probably going to give up a bomb today at home. It just is what it is. But I can't take none, from him that he has been pitching pretty good at home. I don't trust pitching in this ballpark, right? 4 bombs at home, 7 in total. Um, 3 of those bombs came to lefties. I just, mm-hmm. So I did look at some of these batters. Let me flip it over here. I did look at some of these batters here. Let's see, Milwaukee batters. I forgot who the fuck I liked, if I liked anybody. So don't give me the line. But oh yeah, it was Bowers, right? So he's somebody that I could see, right? Just got to make sure he's in the lineup. Like I said, I don't know if Yelik's going to be in the lineup tonight. I don't think so. Uh, I don't think so. South Riddick, small ball. He's a guy that can get hits. But Bowers is one of those guys I'll be looking out for. It's just to see if he's in the lineup. Where is he hitting at? I'll be looking to see. Right, I'll be looking to see. And then as far as the righties here, Reese Hoskins has been on one as of late. Uh, you got to stomach the strikeout percentage, whatever the case may be. But as far as this game, I probably need a little bit more time. But uh, you know, you get a boost, you get a bump, you get a boost, right? So, in this ballpark. So if I'm looking for a home run, I'm definitely looking at somebody like Hoskins for sure. The barrel has been up last 2 weeks. You know, he will strike out though, like I said, but looking for some power in this ballpark. We know Brady Singer will give up a bomb in this ballpark. Hoskins can be one of those guys. So, um, the Red Sox and Los Angeles Angels. So here I was looking at some numbers for Richard Fitz and let's see, Fitz. I was looking at some numbers for Fitz, and it just I don't know, right? Mm, I'll go straight to his splits because he's only pitched a few games. but he's giving up two bombs to righties. Uh, yeah, Boston, Boston at home. So what was I looking at? Oh, you know what? It was the some of his batted ball data was kind of interesting. That fly ball was up for him at 55%, home versus righties. And then when I looked at some of these batters like Taylor Ward, um, when I hit Richard Fitz pitch mix, um, I start with the full course of the full season. Over the course of the full season, mm, um, Taylor Ward's got 13 bombs, right? Versus pitch mix. Soler's got seven. Da 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 da. Bringing it back in, especially as of late when he got hot, uh, his fly ball was up. So the last month he's got 8 bombs, batting 333, 509 expected. Isolated power with 12 extra base hits, and the barrel was up pretty up too, right? And his fly ball was up right there. And so I was watching the fly ball and just matching it up with the pitcher. Last 2 weeks, Taylor Woods batting 300, barrel rate was still up, and the fly ball was still up as well. We know he'll strike out, but sometimes you got to stomach that. Um, Adele was another guy that I was looking at when it came close to the as of late. Uh, as of late, the last week, Adele was got one bomb, 8% K rate, and he's 5 for 11. And then Taylor Ward, as of late, the last week, he's kind of like calmed down a little bit, but the fly ball was still there. And just when I was looking at Richard Fitz, just going down the line, just seeing, just sniffing them out. I did see, his fly ball was kind of up a little bit versus righties at 47%, and then at home versus righties at 55%. And when it comes to his home runs, he did give up 2 home runs to righties, and then at home versus righties, he hadn't given up none. So those home runs that he gave up what came on the road, but at the end of the day, what's left of whatever worse that he was bad they was pitching came at home at uh, 455 batting average versus righties. But small sample size, he hadn't been pitched that much. I think he only pitched 3 games. He pitched 4 games. I'm not gonna take too much into that. So it is what it is with that situation, right? But somebody like Ward can go today. Now, Trout, we know Trout's just getting back. Don't overlook the fact that he is versus pitch mix. Trout is 4-5 since he's been back, and yeah, 4-5. So you know, Trout's 4-5. I mean, it's Trout. So you know, just keep an eye on that. So as of the last 7 days, Adele and Trout been hitting. So keep an eye out on those guys, right? See who's going to be in the lineup and figure things out from there. Ward, somebody you could definitely look at for a bomb, though. All his bomb metrics have been there, stuff like that. On the other side here, you got Anderson, and you have going up against Boston, and I'm getting to a point where I ain't gonna say I don't know. I'll tell you what. I think versus Anderson, think uh, I think I think Devers has a bomb, right? And Devers gonna look good against a lot of pitchers, man. He's gonna look good against a few pitchers, you know. So few pitch mixes and stuff like that. But let me see. So lefties, you're gonna see a smaller sample size for lefties, of course. He is batting 571, of course, the last month, but that's an 8 for 14. How much is that? Has he done as of late? Not much, right? But let me take a look at Devers here. So he's getting his lefty on this year. He's got 14 bombs, three of them to lefties. And at home versus lefties, he's batting all three of those bombs versus lefties came at home. And he's batting 375 versus lefties. Uh, that's his best split. 373 on the month of May, and he hit 9 bombs in the month of May. One bomb, no, yeah, he hit 9 bombs in the month of May. It is now June, so we'll see what's going to be going on. But like I say, his best split at home versus lefties. He's got a 20% K rate, so that ain't too bad. Batting 375, 1,000 OPS with 650 slugging and 275 also isolated power. So that's one of his best spots there. I can see why Jackson likes it. You got Rafael Devers right there. Ref Snyder, historically, we know we like him versus lefties. So, he's been somebody that's, you can look at versus left hand pitching there. He's batting 314 this season with 4 bombs, and he's got 5 bombs in total. Doesn't, at home versus lefties, he's batting 350. Three of his bombs come at home. He batted 320 in the month of May. He don't hit that much, but it is what it is. But yeah, best split for him is at home versus lefties. We're sporting a 252 isolated. WRC plus. That's pretty much what you need to know, right? I want to say for his career, I can even pull up some of his career numbers. He should be, a lefty killer. I know he is, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is with that situation. Um, so we'll be looking at um, um, Ref Snyder. His career, he's got 19 home runs versus lefties, 10 home runs versus righties, and yeah, batting 300 versus lefties at home. All we got is the numbers to go by. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. He's going to be one of those candidates, right? So that's that. Uh, I'm just going to keep it moving and to the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. So there's a few bets on the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers, and this probably should be some parlay pieces, and we probably got some strikeouts here, right? And it could be interesting in some strikeouts and maybe a parlay piece. By now, it's probably not a parlay piece, but let's see. We probably got a high. Yeah, well, you'll get Jack Flaherty as a parlay piece at 17 and a half if you think he can go 6 innings, which it's doable. So you can get that as a parlay piece at a minus 170 if you want to go there. Be my guest. Meanwhile, his strikeout sitting at 6.5. That's something that you could also think about. You get plus 115 on that. The Chicago White Sox, for the most part, been top 10 in striking out over the course of the season versus right hand pitching. Um, Good morning, Don. Good morning. So for the most part, they've been, striking out versus right hand pitching. We can take a look and see if what Jackson likes, if Jackson likes it or not. So let's check out Flaherty, right? Flaherty. Um, they like the under for his strikeouts and they like the under for his pitching outs. That's very interesting there. So now speaking of the bats, speaking of the bats, I looking at the lefties first and foremost. Jonathan Cannon versus left-hand hitters here. I like. I was looking at the lefties definitely between Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green. I like Riley Green, but of course, right? It's probably going to be Kerry Carpenter, but I like Riley Green. Uh, just checking out, going through the pitch mix and stuff like that earlier, and I just topped out on Riley Green. But over the course of the season, he's got 8 bombs. Kerry's got 6. Uh, Kerry Carpenter over the course of the season, his K percentage is a little bit down, but that's over the course of the season. We can bring it back in a little bit to the last month. And then Riley Green, 2 bombs. Kerry Carpenter, 2 bombs. You know, uh, Riley Green's barrels are a little bit higher, and his strikeout percentage is a little higher. And then Kerry Carpenter's strikeout percentage is a little down. Colt Keith, I like Colt Keith as well. Uh, last two weeks, Colt Keith looks pretty good, right? His K percentage is down. Um, Riley Green averages up, and his Ks are still stagnant at 35%. Kerry Carpenter Ks are creeping up. His average is going down. Last 7 days here, um, I mean, Colt Keith still looks good. Riley Green K percentage is like man, and then Riley Green barrel is up. Um, Riley Green, um, Riley Green numbers on the road was a little bit better, I want to say. So looking at Riley Green numbers on the road, yeah, uh, he on the road he's hitting better. He's batting 280 in general on the road, and just in general versus righties he's batting 304, and on the road versus righties he's batting 3-4-17. He has 13 home runs, but 8 of those home runs came on the road versus righties. So there you have that. That's one of the things that's kind of helped me get over the hump. Month of May, he batted 275 with 7 home runs in the month of May, and yeah, right. Uh, his best split is going to come on the road versus Rice at a 192 WRC plus. So I really like I got interest in Riley there. Kerry Carpenter, on the other hand, I didn't look at his splits, but looking at Kerry Carpenter, I think he's better at home. I think I think he's better at home, right? And I do think he hits righties, but I think he's better at home. Uh, yeah, so uh, at home versus righties, he's batting 300. In general, he's batting 272. He's got 10 bombs. In general, on the road versus righties, he does have 5 bombs, but you know, uh, Kerry, Riley Green's just a tad bit better on the road. Month of May, he has 3 bombs. Riley Green had 7. And his best split come at home versus righties, and but they're on the road. On the road versus righties, he's all right. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Versus righties in general, what I'm saying. He's got 269 average. I mean, he all right. That's his least that this least split where he strike out the least versus righty. So both of those guys are in play, right? Both of those guys are in play. Keith, Cole Keith, same thing, right? Is Riley Green. Um, Cole Keith hits righties on the road better than he does at home, I want to say. Yeah. And he's got a 290 batting average. He's only got 4 bombs, Cole Keith, but all 4 of those home runs came on the road versus righties. So at the end of the day, I'm going to have interest in Cole Keith as well. His lowest strikeout split come on the road versus righties at 22%. Like I said, 290 batting average, whatever, right? It is what it is, okay? Um, so uh, Riley Green, for me, would probably be at the top then. I mean, Cole Keith and Kerry Carpenter can duke it out, right? You know what I'm saying? But these motherfuckers will strike out though at the end of the day. So figure the shit out. Just figure it out. Figure it out. Ah, man. Flaherty could be in play for his strikeouts or outs. Even if you want to tease it down, be my guest. You can do so. Um, San Francisco Giants, San Diego Padres. We have Logan Webb and Stephen Kolek on the mound. As to where, in general here, uh, in general here, we got Logan Webb. He's given up 19 extra base hits and 4 bombs, and 4 extra base hits and 3 bombs for Kolek. Um, Historically, uh, this team has hit Webb, right? So that's one thing, right? They hit Webb okay. That's one thing. Then we know Webb's going to be out there, right? He's got a long leash. We know this, right? Um, have I been betting these guys as of late? No, I haven't. San Diego, but um, you got somebody like Reyes hasn't struck out versus him, and he's 8 for 13. Um, Machado's got 6 Ks. He's batting 371 with a bomb, 13 for 35. Jackson Merrill, 5 for 7, 1K, no bombs. Tatis has a bomb. He only batting 192. He been sitting Tatis ass down with 6 Ks and things of that nature, right? So nice history versus this guy. He pitches a lot of innings, and at the end of the day, I still don't know if I'm gonna get. I still don't know if I'm gonna get to a bat, one of these bats versus him. Um, so I'm pretty much undecided. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm looking at the San Francisco side versus Kolek, and it's gonna be the usual suspects for me. You know, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's gonna be the usual suspect for me. It's gonna be the Chapman and the Ramos. One thing about San Francisco, they've been hitting better at home than they've been hitting on the road. That's one thing. The pitching lean I do give to San Francisco with Logan Webb, but like I said, San Diego have been hitting his ass, so that's something you can take heed to. Chapman's got 7 bombs. Adamas got 5, and Ramos got 5 versus Stephen Kolek's pitch mix. And if I bring it in a little bit closer to the last month, uh, Ramos batting 400 with a 16% K rate. You love that. Um, 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 Chapman batting 283. He went 0 for yesterday in one of his good spots. That was crazy. Last 2 weeks, Chapman's bat K percentage is down with his fly ball being up and his barrel being up, right? So that's pretty good there. Take a look at his logs here. Uh, Home run on the 30th versus Cal Quantrill, single, double. Single, double, double, fly out, pop out. So he's trying to twist it up a little bit. He's trying to twist that back. You know what I'm saying? So keep an eye out on Chapman. Um, but Ramos been balling too, right? So last 7 days, Chapman's batting four 400 with a bomb, 429 with a bomb. Ramos 5 for 10 with a bomb, right? So at the end of the day, these are the two guys I'll be looking at. You know, uh, Ramos been playing good as of late. Chapman's been playing good as of late. Um, so it is what it is, right? I wouldn't mind taking these guys for a hit or something, maybe some hit runs and RBIs. I don't know, who knows, right? But depending on where they're hitting in the lineup. But those two guys, those are the bats that I'm looking at on the San Francisco side, and then on the flip side here, on San Diego side, I don't know, man. I don't know. I know Machado been hitting all season long. Let's see. Now, so versus this pitch mix, I'll go through a little bit. Last month, man, Machado batting 269. None of these guys pretty much striking out. That's a good thing. Last 2 weeks, I mean, uh, it's almost like they, I don't know. I don't know. Man, right? Versus righties in general, uh, um, Manny Machado, Tatis, that 300, 290, and 300 versus righties in general with no pitch mix. But we'll see what's going to happen, right? Machado been hitting all damn season, right? He's been hitting all season. Machado was another guy that you really want to target versus lefties too, but you know it is what it is. I couldn't talk you off anything you wanted to get to for those guys. I just right now I don't know. I don't know. I haven't bet on these guys in about a week or so, and I think I've been okay. I spent a lot of time on them. Pitching wise, I probably won't mess with any Webb's numbers or anything like that. Oh, what I didn't do was I didn't look at the lefties. I did not look at the left hand batters for San Diego. I mean for San Francisco, I did not, and I want to do that. Take the time to do that right now. 47 minutes go by fast as hell. All right. Hmm. Shit. My guess. Okay, now we're gonna try to wreck my brain. Guys who I really think I have interest in would be Chapman and Ramos for sure. So that's that, right? Shucks. All right. Uh, excuse me. Athletics. Minnesota Twins. Two games I haven't looked at. The last two games I haven't looked at. We'll go through these last two games and I'll get out of here. Uh, Severino. Joe Ryan. Joe Ryan's been good. Joe Ryan can give up a bomb too, but he's been good. He's given up 8 bombs, 19 extra base hits, four bombs, 20 extra base hits for Severino. Severino splits are pretty concerning. Uh, Severino, um, I think Severino on the road is where at home, and they will be at home. So that's crazy. So now Severino's given up 4 bombs. All four of those bombs came at home. At home versus lefties, 247 batting average, 299. At home versus righties there. Um, yeah, he ain't been that good at home, right? So, it is what it is with that situation. Well, Big Matt Wallner, Royce Lewis. Oh shit, Buxton. They got some guys that were. Yeah, they do. Shit. Okay, well, what is going on with this? All these righties. Buxton's got 5 bombs. I'm gonna have to do some individual snooping around on this one here, man. Larnick, Clemens, Larnick, even Castro. Mm. So last year he gave up 16 bombs to lefties, 7 bombs to righties. Severino. Buxton's got one. Correa's got one. Warner's got one. Larnick. Walmer been out for a while, man. Straight up. Walner. What up, Ed? Good morning. Man, if Castro's going to be in the lineup, I'm definitely going to like him some shape, form, or fashion. I just got his hits, runs, and RBIs the other day for about plus 120 or something for 1.5. He got three, I think, the day I bet on him. Let me see. Yeah, they know yeah, they got this shit at minus 105 right now. Warner minus 105. Cody Clemens minus 105. Everybody's playable except for at 10 at 1.5 except for Buxton. Hmm. Team total for Minnesota sitting at 5.5. So just now, oh man, you should have been switched to it, man. Should have been switched to it straight up. But at the end of the day here, uh, I like they got some guys on this team, right? I can talk you off any of them. Larnick is looking good, right? I'm gonna like Castro, but Buxton, man, Korea, I wouldn't mind him at the hits, runs, and RBIs. Jeffers is when did Jeffers come back? Well, has he been back? I don't know, but I mean Castro, Wallner, Royce Lewis in the cut, scary sight, you know. So right now, I don't know, man. And but the team total sitting at 4.5. I don't know how. I don't know, man. I like Minnesota. I like Minnesota. We got a run. You can get them on a run line at minus 105. Money line. I like Minnesota here. I probably wouldn't mind taking Minnesota on the run line, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. Joe Ryan though. Joe Ryan can give up a bomb, but he's been good. He can strike your ass out too. So Ryan hasn't faced this team this year. Um, Let me see something, man. Cause yeah. So he's giving up 8 bombs. Barrel percentage is up too. Just looking at this, barrel percentage is up, but he can give up some bombs. He definitely could. Um, bullpen's better. I know that. Pitching lean towards Minnesota. The bullpen is pretty much better. It's gonna be Minnesota or nothing for me. Mainline parlays, run line straights. Tyler Soderstrom's got a bomb versus him. Looking at Ryan splits, he's got a 33% flop. Ground ball, 30% K rate though. He's given up 8 home runs. They'll be on the road. He's giving up 2 home runs to lefties and 2 home runs to righties. Pitching is worse to lefties on the road. Um, his K percentage drops to lefties on the road at 16%. Righties, he's been pretty good versus them at 37% on the road. And I know his fly ball is going to be up, right? It's up versus lefties and up versus righties on the road, at home, however you want to look at it. I do know that. Um, let's take a look. He's throwing that fastball 68% of the time. So we got to take a look at that first. So they got some guys who like that fastball over here. Damn. Tyler Soderstrom has a bomb versus him. He's batting 412 off that fastball. He's throwing that fastball 68% of the time. Kurtz, keep an eye out for him. He's got 3 bombs, 15% K rate. His fly ball is up there at 57%. Seth Brown, yeah. Shit. That's just the fastball alone. How about the last month? First that fastball, green, right? Soderstrom, mm, smaller sample size. I mean, it's only one pitch, so you know it is what it is. But yeah, last 2 weeks, Kirk's got 3 bombs off that. So his bombs came within the last 3 weeks off that fastball. He's somebody you need to take a look at. Watch out for. Okay, I'll run back up here and I'll throw in I'll throw the rest of his pitches in. Soderstrom and Kurt. Soderstrom is still batting 400. If it weren't for strikeouts, he'd be batting more than that. He's still striking out. Mm. Kurt and Soderstrom look pretty good. You said Tyler got ejected yesterday too, and he been hot, a little hot. Okay, for sure. Yep. Everyone said I played Tyler yesterday. I'm going back to the well. He owed me. Okay, I feel you. And like I said, he do got a bomb versus them. Soderstrom does have a bomb. Um, damn, it was something I was gonna get ready to look at, man. Let me see something. he didn't gave up two bombs to that 2 hole, that 3 hole, that 4 hole, and that 5 hole. 6, 7. He's giving up bombs. The first two guys, he'd be like, gonna strike y'all ass out. Then the next, that's when he started giving up bombs around that 2 to 7. Hmm. Okay. Oh. Pitching at home. That's what I want to see. And that's ballpark. What are they doing this season? 18% K rate, 112 WRC plus at home. That's a small ballpark, right? Yeah. That's 30 days versus righties at home. 18% K rate, 121 WRC plus. Last 2 weeks at home. How many paid appearances? 187 paid appearances, not that much. 140 WRC plus. Hmm. All five of Kurt's bombs came versus righties. Four of them came at home. 200 isolate. 200 WRC plus at home. Highest 30% K rate. 341 batting average. Mm. Kurtz. I looked at these righties real quick. What's he throwing to righties? 5 bombs to righties. Fastball 60% of the time. Let's get that fastball up there by itself. Rooker's average is down. Shea Langalier's average is down. But the bombs in the barrel is there on that fastball. Fly ball is up. K percentage is up for him and Langoliers. And the jar, Wilson, Urias, Ursula. Fly ball is up for Brooker. Barrel's up. He just got to catch it. That's all. He's throwing it 60% of the time. He might catch one. Let's put it at that. Um, Wilson, Urias, Anajar, Clark. Whatever. Wilson ain't striking out. 0% strikeout last month versus a fastball, so he's definitely looking to make contact there. me get the rest of them pitches in that other one. Start back over again. Langoliers got 5 bombs and Rooker got 5. Mm, Jacob Wilson and Rias, you can look at them for hits. Jacob Wilson not striking out, and the jar not either. 7 days. Rooker, 5 for 13 the last 7 days, 3 extra base hits and a bomb. Last 7 days versus right hand pitching. Jacob Wilson, 5 for 14, 5 for 12, 8% K rate. Then Urias, Langoliers, Denzel Clark, Andujar, those guys been striking out. Andujar hasn't, but you like to see that for Rooker, getting warm the last 7 days, 3 extra base hits and a bomb. You like to see that. You definitely, you probably want to see who he's been hitting against. We can do that right here. Um, a bomb versus Hoffman, probably a double versus Bassett. Um, a doubles versus Barrios. Single on Lance McCullers. So, mm, 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 mm. I don't know, man. And so a lot of these guys hit lefties really, really good, right? Just in case, like if we get a lefty coming the game, Rooker, Langoliers, Wilson, Anajar, all them motherfuckers hit lefties. They hit them well too. So I don't know. Maybe you could try to back Joe Ryan. If you want to, maybe you could try to back him first five or first five run line or something like that. Try to take the bullpen out of it. Or maybe not because the I don't know. I don't fucking know. Truth be told, what's the total? Because Athletics bullpen is ass, right? Yeah, yeah, they are. They might be the worst now. Let me see. Yeah, so they bullpen is giving it up. Um, Minnesota way right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so right now they got a top five bullpen. So, mm, mm, we'll see. Right, it's a lot of bats in there that could do something, but like I said, I can't really. I'm still a little bit more, uh, uh, a little bit more into it with the bats for Minnesota here, right? So looking at the projected lineup, um, I Jeffers, Wallner, I mean down to Royce Lewis, Larnick. That's 4 guys that I think can go yard right there. Even Korea, that'll make 5, right? They do got some nice names over there, Castro, and I don't know, man. Straight up, I like Minnesota better. I do, but I can't really pinpoint. Larnick is one guy that I really really liked, but I like Warner, uh, especially to be early. He's already hit a bomb. Castro, I like Castro. So I mean, maybe a hit parlay or something. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what it's gonna come down to. Maybe some all Minnesota, and just maybe a hit parlay, 2 or 3 of those guys for me. I like the bats over there. Paul Blackburn. and Dustin May. Um, Blackburn, this is his first game, man. Blackburn, I like Blackburn. Came from athletics. I like Blackburn. I don't know what he been doing though. Let's see. 31 strikeouts, 21 innings pitched. The walks, especially as of late, 4 bombs, two of his last three, 31 strikeouts, 29 innings, 11% walk rate, average is down. Mm, we'll see. Pitched his worst to righties last year. Gave up 8 bombs to righties, 4 to lefties, and a 300 batting average to righties last year. Spread the love a little bit more. I mean, he's about the same, the lefties and righties year 4. I don't know. We'll see. Mm, let's see. So who's this? I don't know what to think here. 'Sweeper sinker. Might throw that fastball in there for fun. 51% ground ball rate for him with a 25% K rate. Um, 3 of his last 4 games, he's went over 6 Ks. That's interesting. I mean, Arizona, Angels, Cleveland. So, man, 8 Ks are better than his last 3. Probably split his games with going over going 6 innings. Who's this? New York Mets hasn't faced the Mets. 7 bombs. 4 of those bombs went to lefties, pitching his worst versus righties. They are on the at home. Hmm, no home runs to righties at home. Higher K percentage at home to lefties at 37%, on road to righties at 18%. 5 games at home, 5 games on the road. Hmm. Hmm. And he struck out Nemo twice and Soto twice. Nobody's got a bomb. Pete Alonso 2 for 3. Pete Alonso batting 400 last week versus pitch mix. His K percentage is down. Uh, all season, Pete Alonso been hitting his pitch mix. He only got he don't got that many bombs, but all season long he been hitting his pitch mix. He's been batting 300 or better versus pitch mix all season. So Pete Alonso is definitely up for consideration here. Gonna like Pete Alonso. As far as the left is concerned, Dustin May is throwing. He's got 3 extra base, and 4 extra base hits. I mean, eight extra base hits and 4 home runs. 209 batting average for the lefties there. Barrel percentage is down. Mm. The sinker 43% of the time, 6 extra base hits and 3 bombs. Let's take a look at that sinker. Hmm. Lindor's 7 for 14. Uh, Lindor is kind of warm right now. We'll see who's going to be in the lineup. Soto averages down versus this shit. Like, ugh. All right, get the rest of them pictures up there. Mm, Soto. Soto barrel last month, his barrel was up 3 bombs. Last 2 weeks, Soto 3 for 8, not striking out, but for whatever that's worth, 1 bomb. Barrel was up a little bit. Nemo projected. Nemo been looking good. Thought Nemo would be in the lineup yesterday. What's his walk percentage? How about to lefties? It's got a higher work rate to lefties. Hmm. Soto been walking like a mug on this shit. Let's see. Um, 12 bombs for Alonso. 9 of them come to righties. Uh, batting 295 on the road. Um, six of those bombs to righties come on the road there. He's had 4 bombs in the month of May where he batted 234. Um, best split on the road versus righties for Pete Alonso. So Pete Alonso, I really like Pete. What's his full name? Damn. Soto. Juan Soto. Um, averages down versus righties on the road, but he got 4 bombs, 6 home runs in the month of May. Hmm. Nemo was looking good too. I know Lindor, he liked to be at home versus lefties and righties. I'm gonna like uh Alonzo here, right? Not gonna try to force anything here. Alonzo been looking good throughout the whole season. This splits kind of match up there on the road versus righties, shit like that. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna take a rain check on the Dodgers bats here. We got an over under 9. You guys can check that out if you want. Got to go pull up Black Burns pitch mix and all this shit. I'm just gonna bail out right here. Right, we already at the 1 hour and a half mark. That's fine for me. Real quick rundown here. Start from the beginning here. I can see instances where Max Meyer can hit his strikeouts and his pitching outs. I'm probably gonna hit his strikeouts. I'm probably gonna hit his strikeouts 6.5 at plus money, maybe a 6, maybe 6.5 at plus money. Um, I'm probably gonna take a stab at it. The lefty bats here are probably the ones that I would look at if I'm looking for a bat in Miami, but maybe not. Right. Keep an eye out on Trout. He's 4 for 5 versus this pitch mix since he's been back. Taylor Ward looked like, if I was taking somebody for a bomb, probably would be Taylor Ward there. And Adele has been, pretty good last 7 days versus this pitch mix. Devers is self-explanatory. He's hitting lefties better. So Jackson likes him for a home run. I'm I'm gonna end up liking him because it is what it is. It lines up, so it is what it is. Ref Snyder, always a lefty candidate for me, a lefty killer candidate. So it is what it is. That's his situation. Um, in this ballpark here, Milwaukee at Cincinnati, in this Great American Ballpark, if I'm looking for anybody for a bomb on the Milwaukee side, it would be Reese Hoskins. Keep an eye out for Yelich to see if he's in the lineup. Ellie De La Cruz, probably the top bat of the day, probably, right? Look good. But it's the lefties here for me. Friedel, Cruz, Lux, Benson, right? I'm taking Benson for a bomb. I know what it does, at home. That's where you want him at. I'm taking for a bomb, see what happens. Or maybe his hits, runs, and RBIs, and up to a bomb, right? Some shit like that. We'll see. But that's why I like to back Cincinnati at home. Lefties. I like the lefties here. Um, Tachman has been on fire still. He hit a bomb yesterday. Vargas, after going 6 or 7 straight games with a hit, the last 2 games he smoked me, right? So don't be surprised if Vargas doesn't get a hit here. Tachman, those would be the only 2 guys I would be probably be looking at. But truth be told, I'm not betting on neither one, right? So I'll jump off of them. You guys can get on them, then you guys can make some of that money now. Flaherty, his outs are in play at a parlay piece, and his strikeouts are in play as well. Don't know if I'll get to his K's. Cole Keefe, well, the favorite bat here would be probably be Riley Green. And then I don't know which one I want to go to between Colt Keefe and Kerry Carpenter. Torres looked okay in times, but I'm not trying to. I mean, it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, San Diego. Now, historically, San Diego's look great versus look good. They have hit Webb, right? Um, they have hit Webb. Even Jackson Merrill was 5 for 7 versus him without a bomb, but it is what it is. But I just haven't been betting on San Diego bats. San Francisco bats. Ramos, Chapman. Those are only 2 guys I'm looking at and keeping it moving. Couldn't talk you off a hit for any one of those guys. Pitching lean, of course, I give it to Logan Webb. He's definitely the better pitcher, but I don't know what's going to happen in that game. Minnesota. So Joe Ryan's got tremendous K stuff, uh, and he'll give up a bomb, right? The Athletics, Soderstrom's got a bomb versus him. Last 7 days, Brooker looks good versus the pitch mix. Just the last 7 days, though. There's some guys on this athletic team that can hit lefties really, really well. So if they get a lefty come in, it is what it is. Athletics bullpen is trash. They've taken the #1 spot for being the worst in the league so far. And on the Minnesota side, um, Larnick looked good. Bomb candidates, right? Severino has been bad at home. Bomb candidates: Buxton, Larnick, Eva Korea, Walner, and Royce, right? But I couldn't talk you off doing a hit parlay for Minnesota guys. Uh, I like the Minnesota bats here. I don't know how I would attack this game. I don't know. I don't know. But I like some of the bats here, man. I know it's easier said than done, but they got some nice bats, man. Some they can hit for power. And then in this ballpark, see, this ballpark produces runs, and you get the right guys coming in there. It could be one. I mean, you got Buxton, Larney, Correa, Walner, Castro, Lewis. Those are some of my favorite bats here. So maybe I'll come in here, give me a couple hits, runs, and RBIs or something like that, or a couple hits and get out of there, man. Maybe a hit parlay, make sure I don't miss any of the athletics. I don't mind Jacob Wilson. He don't strike out much, and he can go in there and hit lefties and righties. Rooker can hit lefties really, really good. Soderstrom has a bomb versus Joe Ryan, and Rooker last 7 days look good. And then a few of these other guys, I don't know what to do with that shit. Tell you the truth. But Joe Ryan, you can look at his strikeouts. Athletics K percentage been down versus righties. That's interesting, and that pretty much sums up that game. Uh, the New York Mets. I didn't look at the Dodgers. You guys can go look at them, whatever case may be. I'll look at them later on. But I'm looking at Alonso here, man. I'm looking at Alonso. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm looking at Alonso. Hits all the way up to a bomb. He's the one. He's had a stagnant 300 batting average versus his pitch mix between three and 400 all season long. He's been the one that showed no drop offs. Pete Alonso was the guy that I'll be looking at if I'm going to bet a bat in this game. Jackson. Jackson, I asked them to give me their top home run bets. They came up with they came up with I just went through I'm going through the last of it. If you ain't catch, you can catch the last of the rundown I'm doing. You can catch it at the end of the video. This is the end. And then I went through team by team real quick. But Jackson, they said they like Devers, Kerry Carpenter, um, Christian Yelich. Now keep an eye out and see if he's in the lineup. Shohei Ohtani, Ellie De La Cruz, Matt Warner, honorable mention. Ref Snyder, honorable mention. Um, I told them give me their top bets for today. They gave me Boston Red Sox money line. They gave me the over in the Red Sox game. They gave me Brewers money line. They gave me under 7.5 runs. Um, they gave 7.5 runs in that San Diego game. They gave me 4.5 hits allowed by Max Meyer. Now he's went over this line every game this season except for one. I did not know that. Uh, Honorable mentions: Detroit Tigers money line parlay piece, a hit for Pete Alonso. That's where the Pete Alonso hit came in at, right? So shout out to Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jackson. With that being said, peace out, fam. Peace out.